Welcome everyone to the game between Praggnanandhaa and Awonder Liang at the FIDE Grand Swiss 2025. Pragg takes fort in this all-important clash between him and Awonder, one of the strongest youngsters of American chess. Pragg in this tournament is slowly making a comeback, I would say. He beat Maxim Rothstein in round 7, then managed to hold Richard Rapport to a draw in a very difficult position for him. I mean, it was like complete prep from Richard, and then Pragg was in time trouble. Meanwhile, Awonder Liang, very solid player, just lost one game to Maxim Rothstein and has won 2 back-to-back encounters against Anton Korobov and Salim Saleh. So this will be an important clash for him. There you have the youngster entering in, and very interesting to note that this boy was also the trainer of Carissa Yip in the World Cup for women's. And there we have Awonder taking his chair against Pragg, adjusting his pieces. It'll be interesting to see this battle, how it shapes up. The players are ready, and we are ready to rock and roll. A handshake, and Pragg, what's his first move going to be? He opens with knight to f3. Awonder goes knight to f6. I remember that Pragg and Awonder both played with each other way back in time when they were like 11 or 12-year-olds. Both were like super talents in the world of chess. Bishop g2 played. Pragg going for the Reti system. d5, the Queen's Gambit declined setup. And white castles. And you have bishop to e7. Pawn comes up to c4. And Awonder quickly castles here. Will Pragg go for d4? Yes, he does. We are in pure Catalan territory now. And Awonder goes for the closed systems with c6. Now one of the main moves here is queen c2, but Pragg goes for knight c3. Sharp line. D takes c4 is possible, but there is knight e5. So Awonder first plays b6. He wants to get his bishop out to a6, and Pragg goes knight d2 after nearly 17 minutes of thought. Pawn to a5. Interesting move. And Pragg goes e4. He's pushing forward in the center. Bishop goes to a6. Trying to put pressure on the long diagonal here, and I think e5 makes a lot of sense, because after knight d7 you go rook e1. White is clearly better, but Pragg tries to keep it simple. He goes b3 here, and Awonder decides to go rook a7, a very interesting maneuver. He's going on d7 with his rook, not with his knight. And rook e1 by Pragg. I would say e5 should have been played there, but rook e1. Now the problem is, after pawn takes pawn, which Awonder does take, the rook will go to d7, and it's difficult to defend the pawn on d4. Knight takes e4. And we have rook to d7. It's excellent. Putting pressure on d4. Queen comes to c2. Eyeing this diagonal here. And rook takes on d4. He's taken the pawn in the center. And Pragg has given up this pawn. Knight to g5 played. And notice this setup. He wants to come knight f3, knight e5 as well. Rook goes back to d7. Awonder is happy with that extra pawn. Pragg goes h4. And now pawn to c5 by Awonder Liang. And knight to e4. If you take, queen takes, it goes g6. just preventing all threats on this long diagonal. Bishop b2, he gets the bishop here, and knight takes e4. You have queen takes on e4, and bishop comes to f6, offering a trade of the bishops. Pragg takes it, bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, and the problem of course for Pragg is that he's a pawn down, while Awonder, I guess, is a bit worried that his bishop and knight look a bit out of play. So Pragg goes queen e3 here, a nice move. Looking here, rook doubles on the d file, and now knight e4 makes a lot of sense. He brings his knight into the center, and Awonder brings his queen to g7. But isn't queen f4 powerful now? Threatening knight f6 check. Also looking here. He goes king to h8. And Pragg moves in h5. He wants to go h6 in. h6 by Awonder, with the idea of playing g5. So Pragg takes on g6. And now queen takes g6 looks normal, but f5 played, and this is already better for Pragg. He comes back, knight to c3. Great move. Now if you take the knight, which you have to, otherwise Pragg is just clearly better, Awonder takes it. Queen takes on h6 is going to be played. Yes, king g8. There's no mate here because the rook is there. But you have g7, which is an incredible move. Threatening to check here. And Awonder takes it back. Queen takes g7. But Pragg, his calculation is amazing. He's now a piece down. But queen e6. He attacks the pawn. King h8. And now queen takes b6 works. Pressure here. Looking good. Pawn to f4. Awonder, wow, so good. And Pragg takes another pawn. So now he has 3 pawns for a piece. Goes f takes g3. And now you have check. Queen h7 doesn't work because of rook e8, so king g8 played, and now time to enter in. Rook to e8 check. Rook takes on e8. Queen takes e8 check. Queen to f8 played, and now queen comes back to e6. Pragg is close to having a decisive advantage here. King h8, maybe it's not so easy though. He gives another check. This time, if you go queen g7, then the b8 knight is hanging, so you go rook g7. And Pragg brings the rook in, although f takes g3 might have been a better choice here. Rook d1, and now there's only move for black to stay in the game perhaps. Knight to c6, what a move by Awonder. Love it. If you take bishop c6, there's queen takes and mate. So that's why check, rook h7. Pragg brings his queen back, but this decision is like offering a draw here. Awonder takes on f2. Queen takes f2. He takes it. King takes. Rook check. King e3. Brings his king in. Rook gives another check. And Pragg can actually repeat the position. But he's also a fighter. He wants to try. Rook check. King e3 back or not. Well, he goes king g1. He's trying, but you can see that there's not enough conviction in his moves. Bishop comes back to b7. And one must give it to Awonder for the way he is defended. It's quite incredible. Knight goes to b4 and gives a check. King comes to g8, and now you can take on b7. Rook b7, and Pragg chops off the final pawn. There's also a cute drawing line which is knight a2, rook a2, rook b3. This is also a draw, but Awonder brings his king in, king f7. Pragg also brings his king up, king f2. The king goes to e6. King comes to e3. And king d6. Pragg pushes the pawn forward to a4. And now check. Of course, Awonder has this worked out. King d3 now, and a very nice move is setting the knight into the corner of the board. Knight a1, attacking the b3 pawn. Rook b5, and you can take on b3 as rook b7. There is knight c5 check, but Awonder just simply takes on b5, takes, knight takes, king c4, king b4, and a check. Pragg takes, and all that you have to do is go into the corner of the board and hide a5, king b7, and a6. Everything's traded, bare kings on the board. Draw. A great fight between these two youngsters, and Pragg is like, I should have taken fg3, and they said let's analyze outside. Yeah, maybe that was right. Instead of rook d1, fg3 would have given Pragg good chances to play for a win, but not. It was not that big, and well, kudos to Awonder for a great defense, and both players are now on 5.5 out of 8, with still an outside chance to finish in top 2 if they won their last 2 encounters.
This is what I wanted when I went in C5. I saw this line already.
So what if I play like
Where? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I can't take that.
I guess you're okay.
Yeah,
I don't know, I
look
can
at
play
that.
some other.
It looks really bad, no? I don't have any counter. Like if I just put my queens on the dark side.
I thought I had some. Yeah, I mean, I played pretty dumb.
Yeah, me too. I blended everything. I blended the pawns. then
Yeah,
I
but
blended.
so far even there it seemed okay. I think H. I think I should.
Probably rook d8 was not good.
But I don't think I'm better than that. Maybe I'm not.
Queen
better.
d4.
I can just
Rook d8. But okay, if I want to make a draw, I can probably take next some knight e6 at some point. I get b6. So.
Yeah, I think I should have just played safe. I can also just chase your queen now.
Ah, yeah, that's a draw.
I thought I should play that instead because I think I thought I had some trick in that. Wait, where's your sign? D5.
Yeah. Knight d7 is first step. See.
Oh, yeah.
Queen
Yeah,
c5 should be lost.
That's sure. But I mean, I probably wouldn't play that. But you have
4
b4,
points,
b5.
Yeah.
That's great. But maybe I can go queen h6 or something.
D, right?
queen D. Yeah.
Queen D4 at
Yeah,
least. And I can always trade queens somehow, no? To neutralize your... It'll always be some checks.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at least I have to find something clever, I guess.
This is why I gave queen e6 check, but for some reason I got so excited about rook d1.
Yeah. No, maybe I'm just busted after h6. I don't know. It's weird because I feel like I should be fine.
No, but HGFG, no? Why f5?
Oh, I just got I just decided to start trolling. I got queen g4. I still feel like I was worse.
Queen d4, bishop b6. Knight c6.
But you don't think, or you think black is okay?
No, if you get your knight to d4, then not have any problem.
Oh. Yeah, I did think of that. But then what were you gonna do? Or you just...
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I was still...
Well, I guess you're not that much. You should be worse. You could just play like a dude and then queen moves over a good c1, I guess. But
Yeah, it should be fine.
yeah, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm never in trouble with that. It should be fine. With this king.
Yeah. Well, I can go like with e7 and d4. That's yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm not sure either. I don't know, somehow I just... Yeah, I really just enjoy it. Because I feel like... I just felt like my pieces look so good in the house.
Probably queen e6 check, you have to play something else. Yeah? Queen f7. Queen f7, queen g4.
Oh, you mean like at the very... You could play like other... But then what were you gonna do after this?
The queen g4. It's queen g7 and bishop e5.
And what do you think if I go like
Then I choose. Look at fun.
queens are very popular. Queen f7, queen g4, queen g7.
Bishop d7. Queen f4, yeah?
Oh, right. But then, okay. Yeah, it's valid.
Yeah. And that's why I thought queen e6 is so clever then, because I'm basically forcing you to get this position. Or maybe there is queen g7.
Yeah, I think sorry. Queen e5 and then queen g4. I guess queen e6 somewhere. Queen g6 or something.
Yeah, everything looks
Yeah. No, I don't know. Somehow I looked, or I thought it was chill at first, but then everything was just...
yeah, this piece like I think is just dangerous for you.
Yeah, it's like, at least I'm strictly, or yeah, it's 2 results, I guess.
Yeah, it's two results.
But it looked good at the start. I was like, oh, maybe.
Can you get the signatures on this? Thank you. Потом вам вот one picture slot. Sir, one photo please. One photo please. One photo. Спасибо. Thank you. Please. One photo. Sir.
Also Yusuf.
Mesela Çıkma oğlum yanmaya bakasın.
Adını rigası çıkarttı mı? Ha, adını rigası mı?
Itu rasmi yok mu? Okey. Cuma pas. Thank you. One minute. Photos.
Дай белую клеточку задание.
One minute. Okay, have a good night.
Thank you so much. White is too. Thank you.
Are you his mom?
Yes.
Have a great time.